back again with another office yoga. Go ahead and bring yourself to the front of your chair. So you're coming to a position where you can feel yourself sitting up tall and feeling yourself grounding down through all the different parts of your feet. And if it's comfortable for you, you might want to take off those shoes. So if you're in stocking feet or in your socks, that's okay. But you really want to feel the feet grounding you down. So really feeling yourself in all the different parts of your feet being grounded down. It's a lot harder to feel that sensation of being grounded if you're wearing shoes that have heels on them. So I'd suggest taking those shoes off. So feeling the different parts of the feet grounding you down, sitting up tall. And if you'd like to close the eyes, you can close the eyes. But taking a few moments here, just breathing. Dropping into awareness. And settling into stillness. Remembering that these next few moments are yours. And taking this time to do something good for your mind and your body is a wonderful thing. So go ahead and let any of those to-do lists, let the mind chatter melt away with the rhythm of the breath. Feeling those inhales filling up your entire body. Exhales, releasing stale air and anything else that you no longer need. On your next inhale, thinking about inhaling calm. And thinking about inhaling anything else that you can think of that gives you that sense of calm. So maybe it's a walk on the beach. Maybe it's being out in the woods. But finding your special place that helps you to feel calm and envisioning that now. And throughout this practice, keep in mind this idea of calm and your special calm place. Imagining that you are there now as you go through this practice. We'll take a few more breaths here, just visualizing, feeling that calm as it washes over you. And then slowly opening up those eyes. We're going to bring ourselves to standing without using our hands to help us get up. So bringing the hands out in front of us or to the sides. And then we're going to lift up, pushing into those feet, using our core, rising up from our root, all the way up, reaching up tall. And then go ahead and bring those arms down and move your chair to the side so that you are free to move. We're going to inhale, circle arms up overhead. As you exhale, right hand will grab left wrist and bring it over to the right, elongating the left side and breathing. Next, inhale, bring it up through center. We're going to release the hands, interlace fingers, push palms away. So feeling yourself elongating through the spine. Pushing those palms up and away, but still grounding down through the feet. And breathing. And then slowly, left hand will grab right wrist, bring the arms over to the left, and breathing here. Bring it back up, push palms away, once again up toward the ceiling. Go ahead and release the hands down, and we're going to shake the arms. Shaking arms out first. And then begin to bend one knee and then the other. So getting into those legs now. And a little bit of movement here. We won't do so much that it causes you to get real sweaty or anything. Just gentle movements. And then begin to rotate through that torso. So bending into one knee, turning to the sides. Maybe you feel or hear some crunchiness being worked out here. And then bringing it back center, we'll take our standing cat and cow. So we're going to inhale, bring the arms behind us, opening up across the chest, the throat, looking up. Feeling that whole front of the body coming forward, looking up. And you can have a slight bend in the knees here if that feels more comfortable. And then we're going to exhale, rounding through the spine, curling everything up. So thinking about just like in our cat that we would do on our hands and knees, we're curling through that spine, rounding through that upper spine, rounding through that tailbone. And you can be here or you can bring yourself all the way down. And then we're going to roll it back up, opening up that chest once again. And then rounding it down. And opening it up, bringing it up. And then rounding it down. And we'll do this 2 more times. Bringing it up. And then rounding it down. Last one, bringing it up. Rounding it down. And then very carefully, you're going to roll up nice and slow. Nice and slow. Once you get all the way up to standing, we're going to shake it out again. Very carefully, gently, nice and slow. And then we're going to bring ourselves back to standing. And we're going to get into those feet and ankles, just moving things around a little bit. If you've been sitting all day, you probably can't even feel your feet. You probably don't even know they're still there. Who thinks about their feet when they're sitting? So we're going to get into those feet. Now, I'm going to show you using the chair. So if you have a chair and you'd like to use the arm for support, or you can use your desk if you have the desk available. We're going to come to standing only on the left foot. So we're going to unweight our right foot. So just get a feel for this here. So maybe you just come to those right toes. Maybe you lift the foot up. But just noticing how this feels. And if you don't want to use a support, a desk or a chair, you don't have to. You can just be here. But just notice how this feels to be grounded down through only one foot. You might start to notice these small muscles on the side of the hips kicking in into your glutes. You might notice your quad beginning to fire up. And then we're going to lower down that right foot. And then we're going to bring it up a little bit higher. So bringing that right foot up just a little bit higher than wherever you were before. And we're going to roll the ankle. So rolling it externally. So you're rotating toward the pinky toes, away from the body. Rolling that ankle, and you might have heard with my ankle, you heard that little popping in there. And then roll it the other way, so coming in toward the middle of the body. And then bring it back center, lower it down. Take a moment here, standing on both feet. And noticing, how do those legs feel? How do the feet feel? And then we'll go to the other side. So once again, using that chair or that desk, you're going to unweight left foot. And either just coming to those left toes, or you can bring the foot up a little bit. And just breathing here as you're holding. Noticing how this feels. And then lowering it down briefly. And we'll bring it up a little bit higher this time. And then rotating that ankle away from you, so externally rotating. You're rotating the foot laterally, away from the body. And we're going to rotate it medially, so toward the middle of the body. Rolling that ankle. And then we'll bring it back down, taking a moment just to notice. Noticing how this feels. And then we're going to come into a version of downward dog using the chair or the desk. So downward dog is technically an inversion, and inversions have multiple benefits. A lot of times in office settings, though, we are not prepared, we're not dressed for doing a traditional yoga inversion such as shoulder stand. So this will give you a very nice option to still get a benefit of an inversion without having to sacrifice needing to change your clothes. You can do this right wherever you're at in your desk. So coming to that chair or that desk, you're going to walk your feet out, put your hands on the thing, on the chair or the desk, and then you're going to walk your feet out a little bit further. And so the idea here is we want the head coming in between the arms here. So the ear should be close to these triceps. If you think about them being in a line, it's right tricep, right ear, left tricep. So letting that head come in between Keeping a flat back here. And so maybe you start with yourself on the hands of the chair. And if you're a traditional yogi or you are a little bit more athletic, you might want to take this a little bit further. So you might want to come to the seat of the chair. So having a little bit more of that angle. You also always have the option to come to traditional down dog if you would like. So breathing here. Feeling that spine elongating here. Thinking about those hips going back behind you. Almost as though somebody were behind you and they had a string attached to this hip and they're pulling you back. And then we're going to slowly walk the feet in closer toward the chair. And almost like a push-up, bend into those elbows. Push yourself up. And then bringing yourself back to standing. Taking a moment just to notice how you feel now. Noticing how the body feels and how the mind feels. And I hope that you enjoyed this practice. Have a lovely rest of your day. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends. Namaste.